My name's Christian Hutson. I own Just For Him. We're the oldest and largest cigar shop, full tobacconist in Springfield, Missouri. And I am definitely for the repeal of the smoking ban. We used to have plans for expansion in Springfield. My wife and I decided that after we bought the business that we would open up another location. And although we do have a grandfather clause to the smoking ordinance now, the current ordinance would prohibit us from expanding our business in Springfield, which would of course create jobs and hopefully increase the revenue for the city and more for us as well. The smoking ordinance, when it was enacted, decreased our business immediately. And the first 2 days we literally had a 40% drop in sales. And every other segment of my business has been growing. And from June through December of last year, cigars were down. So while I sold a lot of hats, they were up. Retail was up. The tobacco itself was down. So we saw an immediate effect. It affected our business to the point where we did lay off an individual. We're a small business. We only have 5 employees. Now we only have 4, and which means that I'm doing 2 jobs. So instead of going home and spending time with my family, I put the kids to bed and I come back here and I work till 1 in the morning. When we did receive the grandfather clause, just to show you a very direct effect, we were down in the month of May about 10 to 15%, and now we are up about 20% because in the last 2.5 weeks we've been able to run our business as we see fit and actually allow smoking in our smoking lounge. And we literally saw customers the next day that we hadn't seen since the ban was enacted. They were either too afraid to come in or didn't even want to bother coming into Springfield.
So proper role of government to tell you whether you can smoke in a tobacco shop or not?
Well, I don't think it's the government's job to tell a private business how to run itself, to make rules because the public thinks that smoking is maybe annoying. This is my property. I invite the public into my business, and here we make the rules. In addition to chasing away customers, the smoking ban actually stopped my employees from completing their job. 2 of my employees' job is specifically blending pipe tobaccos, which is a large component. Well, part of blending the tobaccos is smoking the tobacco. It was technically illegal for them to actually do their job. That was just another aspect that we ran into.
So when the smoking ban was passed, how much money did the city invest to make up for your lost business?
The city invested absolutely $0 for our lost business. We were told by the other side that the non-smokers would make up the difference in revenue because we would be a non-smoking establishment. That was not the case.
So you have all the skin in the game, everything to lose, but you had what, about 11% of the registered voters in the city of Springfield say that you couldn't make your living the way that you chose to for the last 24, 25 years?
Yeah, exactly. It was a very low turnout election. We only lost the election by 1,400 votes. So having a few, percent of people that were motivated by a special interest group changed the way that we've done business for over 2 decades was pretty disconcerting.
But this really goes beyond smoking, and I mean, this is more, what is the proper role of government? What is a free market? What is private enterprise versus what can the government tell us to do?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a 100% legal activity, and to have the government come in and change the law because it's very politically popular is just something that really annoys me. There are places in Springfield where if you have an engine shop, you can start up a diesel engine in your garage, but you'd have to walk outside if you wanted to smoke in your business, even if you were the only person that was present.
So what would be next, do you think? I mean, will you not be able to smoke in your house?
I think we could see that. There are already laws in other communities where the governments come in and say that you cannot smoke outside your home, even though it's on your property, because the smoke might blow onto someone else's property and they may smell it, and that may annoy them. So it's a slippery slope, and I really think we need to sort of stand up and put our foot down here, and hopefully we can slowly turn the tide with this particular issue.
So what's your message to people for June 5th?
June 5th, please read the ordinance for yourself. The wording on it is about 11 pages long. It is the most overreaching indoor smoking ordinance in the country. It is not fair, and I think if you read it, you'll see the absurdity of it and vote to repeal it.